Hey everybody, it's Sean and I'm here with another tutorial. This time I'm going to be showing you how to manipulate page sizes and auto adjust your content on those page sizes if you need to change it on the fly near the end of your design. So to start out, I have InDesign open and I have this postcard file open. You guys can find it under the Harriet Meets Postcard project folder under Z Final and postcard.indd. So we can just say that we built this file really quickly. It's not too complicated. It's just a little postcard for a butcher shop slash barbecue sort of counter. It's something we're going to be working with over the next little bit, so just bear with me here. And let's say we have, I'm just going to use W to switch out of preview into actual work mode here. Let's say we have laid this out. It is spectacular. We're so proud of it. We send it off to the client and the client just says, oh, I actually meant to tell you this needs to be 4 inches by 6 inches and not 5 by 7. And you kind of sit there and your whole world shatters because you're thinking, ugh, I got to go and recreate this and it's going to be so annoying. You don't. You could do 2 different things. We can either go up to document setup and we can sort of, shrink this in. We can make this 6, we can make this 4. We can keep our margins and everything like that the same. The bleed can stay the same and we can hit OK. And now the problem that we have is everything is slightly still too big. And that's not necessarily the biggest problem. I mean, you could select things, and so I've selected the image on the left here, the image on the right here, and I'm going to use Shift, Alt, Option, Command, and click and drag inside, and that will proportionally scale all of my information. And now I'm sort of left with having to reformat a couple of things. It's not the end of the world. However, it does kind of get messy when you're starting to deal with text. You could use the same command keys on your keyboard to proportionally scale your text if you'd like, although now you're getting into these really awkward decimal sized type settings, and it's just kind of overall really messy. Already you can tell that you might miss a couple of things, and it's just not going to be as precise as you wanted it to be in the first place. So what's the other way that we can go about doing this? I'm going to close this document. I'm not going to save the changes, and I'm going to reopen this document again. So now we're back at our original 5 by 7 layout. And what we can actually do here is we can go up to File, Adjust Layout. And Adjust Layout is really great, so we can change this to be 6 inches, we can change this to be 4 inches, we can leave everything the same, and we can hit OK. And what you'll notice is everything proportionally scaled with it. It did a phenomenal job at making sure that everything was there. Everything is, relatively the same. You might have a little bit of type squeezing problems here. Nothing that can't be solved with a little bit of extra kerning and tracking out to some extent. That's sort of the issue with justified type, but we sort of fix it fairly simply. If you wanted to, you could have also gone up to document setup and you could have hit adjust layout right here. And there we go. One thing that I do want to point out when we're adjusting when we're adjusting our layout is you can tell it to adjust font size, yes or no. You can also tell it to adjust locked content. Depending on how complicated your project was, you might have certain aspects of it that are locked, and that might be a bit of an issue if you don't leave that checked on. You can also adjust margins to page sizes. Personally, since this is such a small job, I'm not too concerned about that, but that is another crucial thing to be aware of, and you can even tell it to adjust it to be a different orientation. This is where things start to get a little bit sketchy. If you've gone too far in a project, this might not work properly for you. Let's just try it and see what happens here. So adjust orientation, and as you can tell, it didn't actually auto-orient any of our images that were laid in, but it tried its best. so you can't really fault it. But that, my friends, is a really quick way, if you found that you accidentally made the wrong dimensions, to try and save yourself, depending on how far you were, a few hours worth of work. Thanks, I'll see you guys in the next video.